Bryan DMV. Happy Saturday. We are waking up to overcast skies across the area. We are going to be tracking some storms, though, as we head through your day today. So keep it here. We'll have a breakdown of the timing up next.
This morning on DC News Now, more work being done at the reflecting pool, and this time it is not necessarily connected to the peeling paint or algae, where this new debris is coming from. And then showcasing the many wonders of the world, we take you inside the newly renovated National Geographic Museum. And is DC's rat crackdown working? We're following up on the birth control pilot program.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Hey there, everybody. Good morning. Thanks for joining us here on DC News Now. I'm Tosa Fakile. Your time is 7 o'clock on this Saturday, July 11th. The weekend is finally here. Thank goodness. And if you have any plans, meteorologist Brittany Ward lets you know what it's going to feel like. Are we going to see another heat wave come up? Is there rain headed our way? Those answers in just a few seconds. But first, we want to take you outside right now with a live look over the region. You're looking at the Washington Monument. The sun is coming out, maybe out, will soon be out. We don't know because there probably may be clouds. And you're also seeing haze, of which you can blame Canada for. All right, so why is there haze in the sky? Brittany, our friends to the north are dealing with something quite serious.
Yeah, you know, there's some wildfires that are burning right now in Canada, and we're starting to see some of that smoke into our region. The good news is, though, it's really light, so it's not impacting our air quality here in DC, but some light haze. Yes, that's what you're going to be dealing with, mainly up and down the East Coast as we head through the weekend. But let's take a look at satellite and radar showing you the overall picture. Again, those clouds making their way through the district. We did have some showers, though, starting to pop up out towards Garrett County. Now it's starting to move its way into the eastern panhandle of West Virginia. Spotty showers and storms will be the main weather headline as we head through the day today. So what to expect? Partly cloudy skies through that 8 o'clock hour. We're expecting those temperatures to hold on to the mid 70s, lower 80s, though, right around 11 a.m. And then we do have that chance of seeing a few isolated showers and storms begin to pop up right around midday, first in our western counties and then getting closer to the district as we head right around 4 to even dinner time. So if you're planning on heading to the Nats game, just be mindful of that. We take a look at your weekend forecast. We're tracking the storms today. Those will continue as we head throughout the rest of the afternoon into the evening hours. Tomorrow, we start to see more dry time, but we can't rule out a few isolated morning showers. It will be less muggy tomorrow, but notice temperature is still going to be holding on to the 80s. And then Tosin, we have the potential to see our next heat wave as we head into next week. So we'll talk more about that. We'll have a full breakdown of that 7-day forecast. That's all going to be coming up in about 10 minutes.
All right, Brittany, we'll check in with you then. Well, in the district, crews are once again draining the reflecting pool. It's the latest setback for the Trump administration's efforts to upgrade that historic site. The president's original $2 million renovation project has ballooned to nearly $15 million. Within days of reopening the pool after the renovations, it was covered in algae. Then the blue coating at the bottom of the pool started to peel, which President Trump blames on vandalism. Now there are reports crews need to clean up debris from the massive July 4th fireworks show. Our Dave Laval has the latest.
It kind of makes me sad a little bit.
Nebraska's Lindsay Anderson stops by the reflecting pool while in the district for a national conference. It's her first visit to the nation's capital, but not what she expected.
So I think it's unfortunate that a lot of people are here in our nation's capital and we're here to see it and we can't really.
Crews started to drain the pool again Friday as they fixed the latest problems to plague the historic body of water, including allegations by the president of vandalism and parts of the new coating of the pool that began to peel. Fences also surround the pool again, which vanished shortly after its reopening back in early June.
A little disappointing.
Donald Stoops traveled from Chattanooga, Tennessee on his first visit to Washington. The Interior Department said draining the water had been the plan to take care of the cleaning and repairs. Not what Stoops wants to hear.
I come all the way from Tennessee thinking I was going to be able to walk closer to the reflecting pond and pool, and unfortunately, this is the closest I'm going to get is right here up at the Lincoln Memorial. So.
And that was our Dave Lavelle reporting. There is no word yet on how much the latest repairs will cost or how long it will take to complete the project. The D.C. police are still searching for the gunman who killed a man in Anacostia. It happened off Marion Barry Avenue just before noon yesterday. Police say it's an isolated shooting and have not released any information about the suspect. Witnesses say they heard multiple shots and saw a masked man run from the scene.
My understanding is, in speaking with MPD, there's no threat to the community, that it was an isolated event, which is reassuring. We're not out looking for somebody actively that could be a danger to the community. Anytime there's a murder or a shooting in our area, it's concerning. We're in constant communication with MPD, trying to bring as much resources to the area to prevent these things.
Anyone with information is asked to get in touch with D.C. police. The man accused of shooting 2 National Guard members near the White House last November has been hospitalized for refusing to eat. Ramana Lalakanwal has been in custody awaiting trial, accused of ambushing the troops and killing Specialist Sarah Beckstrom and seriously injuring Staff Sergeant Andrew Wolf. Court filings didn't elaborate on the circumstances of his refusal to eat, but noted prison officials can involuntarily feed prisoners on a hunger strike to save their lives. A federal judge says Lakanwal's health has deteriorated substantially. He was admitted at GW Hospital. 7:06 in Virginia, state police arrested a man in a road rage shooting incident. It happened at about 8:30 Friday morning. Police say Christopher Chappelle was driving a van and aggressively following another car driving on East I-64. Chappelle then allegedly pulled up to the side of the other vehicle and shot at it multiple times. An 18-year-old was driving that car. A 40-year-old passenger was hit by gunfire. She was taken to the hospital. The driver of the car was not hurt. Chappelle faces a slew of charges, including malicious wounding. In D.C., 4 teen boys accused of a fight at a Chipotle that sent customers running for cover were in juvenile court on Friday. The video made the rounds on social media showing teens chucking chairs in the Navy Yard fast food chain. DC News Now was in court as the attorneys for the boys, who are 15 and 16, updated the court on the conditions of their release as they wait trial. Each reported to be following the guidelines. The attorneys saying 3 of the 4 have jobs with the city's Summer Works program. The judge allowed the teens remain in their parents' custody as the case moves through the court system. Prosecutors say they've not offered a plea deal. And a heads up for parents, a new curfew zone is in place this weekend. Tonight, the restrictions begin at 8. Police say a large group of kids will not be allowed to gather at the old RFK Stadium area. It's the neighborhood highlighted on your screen. The restrictions roll into the citywide curfew that goes until 6 a.m. Today is Relisha Rudd Remembrance Day, and a social media video bringing new awareness to the disappearance of the 8-year-old girl who went missing, who disappeared in D.C. over a decade ago. The new 6-part TikTok series hopes to find Relisha Rudd. It features interviews with the little girl's family, police, journalists, and advocates. She was last seen in 2014 with a janitor she knew from a shelter where she was staying with her mom. Anyone with information is urged to come forward. The FBI is still offering up to $50,000 to anyone with information leading to the recovery. Maryland is moving forward with its traffic camera program. You could drive by one of these on your screen at an intersection in Hyattsville. You just have to make sure you come to a complete stop. Police say for now these cameras are not issuing tickets or warnings, but they will in the future. A city ordinance passed 2 years ago allows for 36 school zone areas to have these systems in place. We're coming up on 7:09, and DC's rat problem is pervasive, and families have been willing to try any and everything, including the city's efforts to give the rodents birth control. DC health leaders are testing out the program in Eastern Market and Adams Morgan. They've also launched a new dashboard showing their attack plans. Danielle Hamburg reports.
Rats like to find food sources, and in Adams Morgan, there are plenty.
It has to do a lot with the trash, especially in the back. In the backside is disgusting.
Since April, DC Health has been using bait, tracking powder, and birth control in what it calls a data-driven rodent blitz.
I still see the rats and they're huge, starting to look like New York out here. You know what I'm saying? But it's gotten better, absolutely.
Some business owners disagree.
Whatever birth control they got going on is not working.
ANC Commissioner Josh Jacobson is testifying about his concerns Monday in front of the DC Council.
In those lab settings, the rats need to be eating that food for 50 days before they see an effect on fertility. And that's the food that they're eating constantly. And we don't know that these rats are actually eating that same food source over and over again.
The new rodent control dashboard shows this year more than 5,000 311 complaints have been made, though Jacobson says direct data from Open Data DC shows that number is actually more than 10,000.
Actually, I have not seen a lot of rats lately. No. Maybe it's working.
DC Health says they have a 99.99% resolution rate when reports are made. More than 9,800 burrows have been identified and treated across all 8 wards.
That was our Danielle Hamburg reporting. The next pilot location will be Chinatown this month. Next Wednesday and Thursday, DC Health will host its annual Rodent and Vector Control Academy. They'll have experts available to answer questions.